Hey there. Today we're in Arpino in Italy, and I'd like to take this opportunity to share with you a very special, sacred place. Behind me is the tomb of Saturn. Now, I first heard about this many years ago, and the whole concept of the grave of a god fascinated me. I spent many days searching the valley to try to find its location. And by chance, the very day before I went home, the wind blew the trees so that I could gain just a quick glimpse of the tip of the tomb. That moment was extremely special. It was as if with the sight of the place I received a form of inspiration. Now, the locals have many names for this special place, and one of them is the egg because of its shape. But the whole concept of Saturn's grave became an alchemical egg incubating within my consciousness. Over the days, the weeks, the months, and eventually the years that followed, the whole idea kept going round and round in my mind. What would it mean for death to die? What would it mean to kill death? Would that allow you to overcome your mortality? The whole concept of the god of death and aging being somehow made mortal led to an interesting chain of insights. From this deep contemplation, I knew there was something forming, something about the nature of human consciousness, something about fixing what's inherently weak or broken within our minds. And then it came to me, an insight which grew and grew in strength, an insight as to how we can gain self-mastery. It was as if I had discovered a new way of looking at things, a new way of thinking, a new way of coordinating my own consciousness. Imagine that you're on a boat, and after many years of going along the river, you finally find that there was a rudder, or you've been driving a car and you didn't know there were gears. This whole insight was so empowering, so effective, that I needed to internalize it and apply it to my life. Once I knew this was true, once I saw how valuable it was, I started to think about whether I should share it. Now, initially, I worried about this. If I really had gained a new way of thinking, a new way of using the human consciousness that led to effortless mastery of the self, did I want just anyone to gain this insight too? Could those with the wrong motives and the wrong ways of living their lives become empowered to the detriment of others? Soon I realized, as I tried to describe in words what I had discovered, that these mysteries, they have a way of protecting themselves. It wasn't possible to put this in words. And soon a set of symbols, a set of emblems based on a new story started to grow inside. And just like the original insight, it was something I couldn't ignore. It just kept appearing and developing. Eventually, when I put them to paper, I knew I knew that I had created a set of emblems that, when viewed and contemplated, would give those who are ready a glimpse of the tip of the tomb.